G'day guys, welcome to a interesting crossover episode of Bogan's Guide to Wine.
Yay!
Today and every day, I'm Sampy.
I'm Q-Ball.
I'm Ken. And I'm Groomer!
And we are having a crossover episode with the hugely successful spin-off kind of show, Scotch Down Under. So, everybody here except for me is not on Scotch Down. Yay for Scotch Down Under!
Yay!
So, Ken has brought a bottle of, what have you brought here, mate?
Ardbeg 10.
Ardbeg 10. So I don't even, I can barely even pronounce it. It's only 2 syllables.
I love the pirate in that.
Ardbeg! So we're having the Ardbeg 10, and as Q-Ball and myself were reading earlier, last Tuesday was the International Whiskey Awards. They wiped the living hell out of the awards this year.
Hell yeah.
This Ardbeg, the company, the distillery, and even this bottling. So these guys have been around for a little while, and back in '97, Glenmorangie actually bought them. So Glenmorangie was another one that got a ton of awards. So they actually own Ardbeg. So they, between the two of them,
I do know Glenmorangie.
You'll like this. This is the tie-in because Glenmorangie owns Ardbeg, and Glenmorangie is actually owned by Moe Hennessy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It all comes together.
This labelling of this box is absolutely awesome. Pretty much every one of the expressions other than the grooves are in this nice black thing. And then when you're half drunk, you get to look on the back and go into a bit of history of the whole.
So they're expressions.
Their
I
expressions.
picked up. What's an expression, mate?
So from a distillery, you get different expressions. So similar to wine, where you would get a Shiraz and a Merlot and etc. etc. You would call them an expression.
Right.
Which I always find a bit wanky.
Right,
myself.
yeah. But
But with whiskey, the expressions are age statements,
cask maturation.
cask style, whether they use just a straight ex-bourbon or whether it's done in a sherry cask, port cask, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So here you go with the label. Is there any?
I was going to say, let's just focus on the label for a sec. But yeah, that's intimidating as hell to me. That's super Celtic. Big black box with the lovely embossed. What would you call that? That's
Tribal looking
like an imprint though.
Like
I'm trying to remember
Celtic.
my
And
almost
there's- on the
Pictish.
side, there's a nice little
Yes, I was
Celtic
looking
knot.
at that. That's lovely as well. So it's a
Yeah.
sticker on top of the box, which is interesting. And I'm guessing that's another sticker on the back of the other box. Do you think that's pretty well, or is that laminated, do you reckon, onto the box?
That's actually laminated into the box. Set into the box.
So maybe that's what's happening here. Yeah, actually, no, I think you're dead right. Should we have a look at the box?
Yeah, crack it open.
Crack the bottle open.
Yeah, it's got a
Comes with the childproof lock.
anti-disposal, and even inside here, it's got a little bit of stuff in the side here, on the top, and you got some paraphernalia that they give you.
Hey!
So about a few of the other expressions, as well as a little form here to join the committee release club.
So there's $10 worth of merchandising inside the actual bottle.
I mean, this is
It's
the
a photo
thing
of
with,
my great grandfather.
Upside down too.
He looks the same upside down.
with whiskey packaging and bottling in general. The standard is just ridiculous. Distilleries they take it to another level when it comes to packaging and presentation.
So what do you think of the bottle?
I think that's a very cool looking. Have that on your have that on your shelf or your own bar. That says, "I know my Scotch, biatch."
I'm part of the cult.
This is not funny bullshit. That's what it says to me. It looks serious. It looks like this is not for your normal old pleb.
And that's not embossed, that's molded into the glass.
Yeah. The actual shape of the bottle's lovely as well.
Classy
So,
as
And the
hell.
colour too, I love the green.
Yeah.
very impressed.
Yeah, you've said it all. It's just awesome, you know. It's like made in Castle.
Oh yes, I remember that joke. Which Michael Python was that?
Yeah, I cannot comment any further on what you've said.
It's very light, there's no caramel colour.
Yeah, no.
No, it's very
Colouring.
light. It's Yeah.
Beautiful, soft.
Straw, golden, same
Yeah,
old.
very much.
No,
that-
gold,
Hay.
not straw, soft gold.
I would
yeah,
say that
soft gold.
hay-
It does look like a soft gold. I'm gonna say.
I'm just going to
It's,
keep smelling.
Yeah.
It looks like a very sexy Chardonnay, to be honest.
It's got a brightness
Dark
about it. It dances. It
dances in
bloody
the
dances.
moonlight. Yeah. And it does, like we've already said, it's 46%.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're right. The legs are super thick and they're dripping down there real slow. So
Do you guess
Yeah.
alcohol the same way we do with the?
you can look at the alcohol.
Would you look at those huge harlot legs right there, Ken?
That's one raw force plus.
Let's have a sniff of this.
Yeah,
fucker.
let's have a sniff.
What should we be looking for on the nose here, you boys?
Well, you immediately, because this is Isla, you're going to get that reaction.
It's Isle of Peat.
You're going to get Pete.
So there's that oiliness, that almost iodine stringency,
Cleans out your sinuses, makes your eyes
earthy,
weep a little bit.
smoky.
Yeah, you don't get any kind of that seaweedy thing that you get from some island.
Like a Talisker.
Yeah. It's clean. It's a clean smell.
You can't just stick your nose in there
Yeah.
like a wine and just draw on it because your
I get,
nose will explode.
I get lost in these. I really do.
And I was having this the other night and I was like, this is actually quite sweeter than what I actually remembered. There's a lot of sweetness.
There is a little honey
Yeah.
caramelly oak.
I
I was
was
about to
gonna
say,
say caramel for sure.
I wouldn't have said a honey sweetness myself, but
More caramel than honey, but it's
That's pungent.
It's good, isn't it?
oh yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Welcome to the cult, my friend.
Right, let's get a taste, boys.
This is my favourite bit of the show.
Slancha.
Slangela.
Now, see, you fucked up there.
Yeah.
Because with a whiskey, it should be a small sip,
Snip, small snip, right in
a
the neck.
small sip, straight down. Don't let it sit in the mouth straight away. Small sip, straight down.
That exact reason.
As you were saying, it was just building and building.
Yep.
Virgin.
Yeah.
Virgin.
So your first sip should be a little sip just to get your palate and the ABV to get acclimatized. Then after you can let it
That first sip, there's that oiliness,
coat the whole
smoke.
tongue.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, big
Oily
mouthful
smoke,
of that followed
and
by
you get
bit
the
of
alcohol. You're always going to get that
Lovely
alcohol here, aren't you? But, yeah.
Guinness is amazing with a smoky peated whiskey.
Like, I know, because you guys were carrying on. I was just saying, Buff my big drawer of that, followed it with that, and that was a wonderful little double fister.
Try it the other way around too.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'm on the old James Squire, the Jack and Spades.
Oh,
the
that's
Jack
awesome
and
too.
Spades.
That's even better. Oh, I like that.
It's a
I
very
like
common,
that.
It's a very common thing to do with whiskey is to have like a boiler maker. We had one of that.
So
Depth
boiler
charger.
makers. Isn't a boiler? Don't you normally drop the? No, you just double.
Traditionally, they
That's
Right.
sensational. A bit of Guinness and a splash.
You're
of that.
thinking depth charge when you actually drop a whiskey into a beer.
Okay, right, yeah.
So I get quite a bit of
I
sweetness
could never
out of
afford
this.
those at the club.
So now that you've had your depth charge boilermaker, what are you thinking?
No, that's sensational. So what are you guys doing now? Dropping in a little bit of water.
Yep. So we're dropping a
Have I
little
got
bit of
enough
water.
left in there?
So
Yep. So this water, you don't want to put any normal tap water into your whiskey because it has minerals and harshness in it that can pretty much ruin it.
Especially Gelton water.
Yeah. So this stuff is from New Zealand.
What?
Yep. New Zealand, and it's a real soft.
Sent to us by New Zealand Bogans.
You import your water.
For my whiskey, yes.
Fuck me. Okay.
it's about the purity of the water.
Yep.
I've heard of boutique bloody dry ginger ales and stuff, but boutique water. Okay, rightio.
So yeah, stuff happens in the glass when you add water. Stuff
yeah.
gets released and stuff disappears.
Yeah, it does disappear. You're right.
Oh, look what you've done.
You add water,
Evaporated.
it bloody disappears.
Oh, is it going to be one of those shows? Well, in that case,
What a-
hem.
Have I got enough in there to
Well, you've got enough for a little sip because you've got to try it with the water.
Yep.
Oh, I did. It was really nice.
Add some more water.
I love whiskey when I can. Whiskey, Johnny. Whiskey in a frying pan. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh.
All right, so we've added the water.
Yep.
So we're going to be finding something a little bit
Yep.
different
So
going
you
on.
do a nose, do another
do a nose
toast, and you'll
again?
nose that it's different.
I mean, the
It's
biggest
much
thing
easier
that,
on the nose. It still gets a little body, but I can get a little bit more of your honey, and there's a
Yeah.
bit of almost floral.
the biggest thing that the water does is drop the
I
alcohol
was going to say
volume.
fairy floss. I'm getting a little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah.
candy
Yep.
sort of overtone.
There's a sweetness there.
Musky. Like a musk stick.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier on the nose, so I'm not. Back of my head's not ripping off.
But
You got to go gentle.
the,
Can I
the
drink it
peat
now?
dissipates, but it's still there. So you've still got that smoke and moss in the background.
Yeah.
Pete's always
Wafting over
there.
the top.
Always. It's a constant.
Pete's a great guy to drink whiskey with.
Oh, I love Pete.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's that's a total contradiction of what I just did though. That just went down really creamy, really.
Did you just drink all of that?
What I not meant to?
You meant to take tiny little sips.
Well. But yeah, that went down very, very smooth, obviously, because that was lovely. It was much. I'm starting. I like putting. I've started because it's winter. I fall back into whiskies and not this level of stuff, but your Jack Daniels or whatever. But I'm starting to drink it with soda water, just to have a little bit of bubble and whatnot. And I always thought that was just watering down your booze, but
No.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've had actually straight water. Granted, not imported New Zealand water, but it's the first time I've had just straight water in whiskey before, and that's sensational.
It makes a big difference.
It made a huge difference to the texture and everything. That was really quite interesting.
And the highballs that you're having adding soda, that's huge in Japan.
Highball. It's a highball. It's the name of my motorcycle, actually. It's a highball.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Ardbeg 10?
I like it too much, and that scares me.
you keep drinking it.
Yeah. No, you
You meant to sip it.
couple of mates, you'll smash a bottle of this out. No problem at all.
Most Islay whiskies are dangerous because you get drawn in by that smoke and that underlying sweetness that a lot of them have. And yeah, before you know it, even just sitting there cracking a bottle for the first time by yourself, before you know it, you're a third of a bottle deep.
So,
What are our final thoughts about it?
Fine, to say, anyone else got anything else to add?
No,
Final
awesome,
thoughts?
awesome whiskey.
So that's how much you expect to pay for a bottle of this.
Well, Ardbeg
And I'm
10.
feeling you guys know how much this is worth, so am I the only one that doesn't know?
It's been a long time since I've actually bought one, so I genuinely can't remember.
Okay, I reckon you wouldn't get much change out of that. Oh, I reckon that's minimum $80 bottle of wine. What do you think?
Well,
Wine.
it depends where you are. If you're out
Minimum.
bush, you pay $100. 10, it's 10. So I think I've paid as little as 90.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
well,
little as 90, so
pretty sure it's around 90, 95 depending
Yep.
on where you shop.
90.95 is the consensus I would see.
Which
on most
for a
places.
quality 10-year-old Isla, not unreasonable.
Oh, worth every dollar.
Yeah, and this is their standard release. They've got a whole bunch of other releases that are amazing, and they've just brought out a 5-year-old called the Wee Beastie.
The Wee Beastie,
Yeah,
I
which
like
is
the
a
sound of that.
yeah.
which won best in its category.
Yep, best in its category, and you can't get it anywhere other than the US at the moment. You can't even get it in Scotland. And it's going to be a staple release of the Ardbeg lineup. But this is their staple, and I'm never ever going to be without this on a bowl. So for me, I'm going to give this 9.6, 9.7.
wow.
Yeah. Never not have this on my bowl.
Solid 9.5 for me. It is just it's one of those that it's the epitome of an Isla single malt.
Well, I give a fucking solid 10 because I'm Scottish and it's free.
That's a good sponsor too. Yeah, that's perfect.
And yeah, for me, that's bloody 9.5, 10. That's one of the best whiskies I've tried in a very, very long time. So yeah, well done, Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
Till next time. This has been Bogan's Guide to Wine and Scotch Down Under. Get it in ya.
And yet it has the most devout following.
The cult.
I mean, it is called the Cult of Ardbeg for a reason. Ardbeg, sorry.
And it's not a
for
cult.
a reason. It's not a cult. It's not a cult.